Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is Michelle. I do all things sewing over here. Sewing vlogs, sewing tutorials, everything sewing. So if that's your vibe, go ahead and like this video and subscribe. Alright, this is part 2 of this series. I didn't even know this was going to become a series, but here we are. So this is part 2 of me making a gown or a dress for my niece. She needs a dress for a ball that's coming up. I live in New Orleans and it is almost Mardi Gras season. So during this season, there are a lot of balls that take place during the festivities, and since Mardi Gras is early this year, all of the parties, all of the festivities, the balls, all of that is about to start kicking off like mid-January. And she asked me to make a gown for her for a ball that she's attending. This is my first time ever doing anything like this. I did make a dress that had exaggerated shoulders, and that was kind of a challenge for me, but I executed it and I did it. I don't think this is something that I really wanted to get into when I started my sewing journey with making gowns and beautiful dresses for prom season and ball seasons. I did not have this on my list of things that I wanted to do in my sewing studio. But since my niece reached out to me and she has a lot of confidence in me to pull this off, I said, okay, I would only do it for you. I would only do it for you at this present time and broaden my skills, learn some more about sewing. This is one thing that I had on my list of things to do, is to, you know, draft my own pattern and maybe get into pattern making and start selling my own patterns. This is something that I'm learning and I'm not mad at that. I love to learn and love to add more skills onto what I already know. In the last video, I touched on making my own patterns for her. I did purchase 3 patterns that I thought would work, and they still may work, but I wanted to get the exact measurements for her body type, and I felt like drafting my own patterns was the way to go. So that's what I did in the last video. If you haven't checked that video out, go ahead and go back to that video after you finish watching this video so you can get a gist of what is going on. Today is the day to make the template for her so she can come here, try it on. I need to see how it actually looks on her body and tweak it from there. So in order to do that, I needed my patterns, and these are the patterns that I created myself by referring to some YouTube videos that I pulled up, and they were very informative and it helped out so much. So I was able to get the front and back pieces for the bodice of the dress, and I have the front and back pieces for the bottom of the dress and the train. I feel good. I'm not anxious. I think I would have been anxious if I didn't do a template, but I did find some fabric from Hobby Lobby that was on sale for $2.80 a yard. I just picked up 5 yards of that fabric that has the same amount of stretch as the fabric that I will be using for this dress. So that is what I'm doing today. Hopefully this doesn't take me too long. My niece is coming later this evening, probably in like another 3 hours. So I need to get to it. This is the fabric that I picked up from Hobby Lobby. I think the best way to do this is to lay it out on the floor. I would have to fold the front piece, the front pattern of the bottom of the dress. So I think I'm going to do that first and then figure out what else I need for the rest of this fabric. It has some stretch in it, and this is just a little piece of the fabric that I will be using. The fabric that I will be using today as the template has the same amount of stretch as this denim fabric. I'm really calm today and I slept so good last night, just you know, having a peace of mind, just me not stressing out too much because I am practicing on this fabric today. Now, if I wasn't dealing with so much stretch in a different type of fabric, I would probably leave a seam allowance. I don't think I'm going to leave any seam allowance with this. Maybe just a little, maybe like 1/4 of an inch. I made two mistakes cutting this fabric out. And this is the reason why I wanted to do a practice run, just so I can knock out the kinks. I flipped that back pattern piece the opposite way. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I did that. I should have just kept it the right way. I just cut at that point where I flipped the pattern and I kept the bottom part of the dress. I just pieced together another part on the top to flip that back piece back the right way and cut out that piece on it. When I cut out an extra piece for that back piece of the bodice, I took the fabric from the front part of the dress. Why did I do that? Why? So so it's now cut out. So I need to do some matching, some puzzle piecing, and put this part that I cut out, put it back. I need this back. I need it back. I thought this was the extra fabric that I had, but I set this on my ironing board and I grabbed this piece, which I needed this. I needed this for the front. So what I'm doing, I'm just gonna fill in this gap that I cut out and stitch this in, since it is the bottom part of the dress, and call it a day. I'm not gonna worry too much about it, but I was like, why the hell did I do that? Why did I do that? Oh my God, I can't believe I did that. So I'm gonna go in and sew this on this side. This is the center back. Both sides are connected. I just have to sew the shoulder seams. I am going to review it right quick just to see how it's looking, and I still have to open this back up. I want her to try this on so I can see how much I need to cut out for the back, for the cutout. Also see how far I need to come down with the zipper that I need to install. I mean, it's not showing as much right now, but once I get this on her and see how everything's looking, then I'll feel more and more comfortable and confident what I need to do, what I need to tweak. I also need her to try this on for the back, because the back is going to have a big like oval shape, round shape cut out in the back. About the waist line, I want to put an invisible zipper in here. I just don't know like where I need to start and where I need to stop the zipper. The pattern that I did draft for the skirt, the lower part, she did go over like adding some more seam allowance where you want to put a zipper, so you'll have that space to do that. She also mentioned to curve it a little bit more around the butt area. Some people are a little bit more round in that area, and you want that extra material, you want that extra fabric back there so the zipper won't rip or pop. And also when you sit down, you want that extra space in order for, you know, the fabric to breathe. She is on her way here. She should be here in like 45 minutes. So I am going to take a little break, just clear my mind, watch a little TV, drink some more water until she comes, and then we'll see how this looks on her. I don't know if she'll be comfortable with me filming her while I do the edits, but if so, I'll insert some clips. But if not, I'll come back and share my thoughts with you all and show you what all I needed to adjust on this template. Y'all, everything looks so good. Of course, it's not fitting tight on her. It's almost exact, but we need this dress to be, we need it to be tight tight and right. She wants her curves to be accentuated. She said the length was perfect. I just have to shorten the bottom hem like 4 inches, but I left that amount just so I can have room to fool with. The train, she said the train is perfect. She said the train is a perfect length. She wants a little bustle action on the back. I have to research and see how I can do that. That's not going to be a problem. I kind of bunched it up in the back when she had it on, and the train was still flowing, and she said she loved it. So once I do a little bustle action, it's going to give some texture in the back and have the train rippling as it drapes. And she says she loves it. I also drew on the back of the dress this cutout part that I want to cut out on the dress. I will use that as my guide. I just have to get it perfect and symmetrical. I also made some more marks on this dress. This is where I want the zipper to stop. It's gonna go up above her waist because I want that to be nice and tight so it can suck all of her midsection in and make that really tight, and then it'll start the cutout right above her waistline. I don't have to do that much adjustment with the sleeves. I did have to get 2 more measurements from her, so I forgot to get her upper arm measurement, and I wanted to get like a mid arm measurement in her wrist because she wants the sleeves to be not like fitted, but very close to the arm, and it's gonna hit in the mid part of her hand. She wants the seam to go across her chest, and she wants 2 seams to just to accentuate her curves. I will have to cut the pieces out and then add some more rum onto the pieces so I can make it as actual seams, like flat felt seams. When I was making the pattern for the bodice, I was so worried about the neckline drooping just too much. She wants a mock neck, and I was just worried that it would droop down too much. But when she put this on, the neck was where I wanted it to be. It was very close to her neck. I remeasured how high I want the mock neck to go. So that's gonna be 1 inch. I do have to take in the dress like from the hip all the way mid-thigh because she wants that to be really tight on her. And then I have to figure out the bustle in the back. What I'm going to do is sit the dress on the cutting table so I can show you all of the edits that I've made on this dress. This is the back of the dress. I split this seam open so she can get inside of the dress. This mark here is where the zipper is going to end, and I'm going to bring it up all the way to about this mark here. While she had the dress on, I just kind of freestyled and drew an opening for the cutout in the back. Probably go out a little bit more, but I wanted to come in just a little bit so I'll have room to cut it and fold it in, and then it'll sit nicely on her back. These 2 lines here, I was pulling this in so it can cinch her in. I'm going to transfer the space. I'm going to transfer that and take it in on the sides instead of taking it in on the center back, because I'll need this extra space in order to fool with it and put her zipper in this area. I made some marks here because I will have to take this in because she wants this to fit nicely through her hip and all the way down to her knee. So I need to come in more so it can be really fitted through her waist, hip, and like mid-thigh to knee area. This mark here is where I need to do the bustle action for her train. I don't know how to do it. I will research it, but this is where I want the bustle to be in this area. Flipping it over to the front. Some lines here. I just kind of freestyled it. This is where she wants the seams to go, coming down. And then she wants another seam to go across her chest. And everything looked great with the bottom of the dress. I just have to flip this to this line here, and that'll be about it. Alright, so it was a successful day. I think I'm going to wrap it up for today and step out of my sewing studio and just rest. Just rest, chill out for the rest of the day, and just clear my mind before I come back in here and finish up with this dress. That is it for today's video. If you like this video, go ahead and like it and comment down below if you would like to, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.